Ever opened a kitchen drawer and found an old bottle of glucosamine tablets? Yeah, those beige pills that promise smoother knees. Here's the thing. A massive aging study just flashed a yellow light on them. Older adults who already had memory issues and took glucosamine slid toward Alzheimer's a bit faster than those who didn't. Let that sink in for a second. Something we label as just a joint supplement may be nudging the very brain we're trying to protect. First, picture how this shows up in the real world. Scene 1. A retired teacher hears a friend at water aerobics rave, "My knees feel 20 years younger." She buys a bucket-sized bottle at the warehouse club. Her busy primary care doc notes it in the chart, then pivots to blood pressure and refills. At home, her daughter fills the pill organizers, blood thinner, cholesterol med, a mini mountain of vitamins, and that new joint pill. Nobody is tracking dose, start date, or whether it ever gets reviewed. Scene 2. In clinic, the electronic record simply says, glucosamine, daily. No start date, no who ordered this. A neurologist focuses on MRI scans. A rheumatologist assumes primary care is watching cognition. The pharmacist sees refills but never hears about new confusion. Family members juggling work and caregiving miss the slow, subtle changes and chalk them up to normal aging. Scene 3. A woman with mild cognitive impairment joins a memory clinic. She's told, "Keep your brain and body active." At a senior center lecture, she picks up free supplement samples. Glossy brochures promise flexibility and independence. No one asks about her brain scans. No note goes back to the memory team. A new daily habit is born silently. Now, why does all this matter? Because quiet, long-term habits like these can shape brain risk in ways no one saw coming. Signpost time. I'm going to unpack 3 key problems, then hand you 3 practical fixes. Problem 1. Invisible supplements. When clinicians ask, "Any vitamins or herbs?" patients rarely list brand-name joint formulas or powdered drink mixes. Labels are tiny, serving sizes confusing, and doses can creep above anything ever studied. Problem 2. Siloed care. Different specialists assume someone else is watching cognition. Meanwhile, refill data never meets memory notes, so patterns stay hidden. Problem 3. Risk without context. Headlines scream 25% higher Alzheimer's risk, but skip the part about baseline odds and individual factors. Big numbers, little perspective. All right, let's flip that around. 3 fixes you can start this week. Fix 1. Map it out. Physically gather every bottle, scoop, and gummy. Snap photos or toss them in a clear bin labeled "Ask the Doctor." Bring the whole collection to the next visit. Fix 2. Create a review ritual. Maybe it's a spreadsheet a spouse emails the clinic quarterly. Maybe it's a phone reminder every 3 months. Review dad's non-prescription stuff. The goal? Decide what still helps, what never did, and what deserves a test pause. Fix 3. Have the risk chat. Ask your clinician straight up, "Given my brain health goals, is glucosamine still worth it? If so, what dose, what duration, and when do we reassess?" Shared, concrete decisions beat quiet, unchecked habits every time. Now, let's zoom back to the science for a moment. Here's what we know. In this big study of older adults with memory problems, regular glucosamine users had a modestly higher chance of sliding from mild impairment into Alzheimer's over several years. Here's what we don't know yet. Will stopping or lowering glucosamine slow that slide? Researchers are lining up longer studies, brain scans, and controlled trials to find out. So, how worried should you be? Think traffic lights. For most folks, this is a yellow light, not a screeching red. It says, slow down, look both ways, and talk to your doctor before you barrel through the intersection. All right, quick self-check exercise. Grab a mental notepad. 1. Am I or is someone I love taking glucosamine? Since when and at what dose? 2. In the last 3 to 6 months, have I noticed changes in memory, focus, or daily function? Does that timeline overlap with starting or ramping up the supplement? 3. What one action will I take this week? Prepare a full supplement list, bookmark the research article, or schedule a visit to get clarity on next steps. 4. If we hit pause on glucosamine, what's my plan B for joint comfort? Maybe targeted strength work, physical therapy, omega-3s, or weight-bearing activity. Let those questions roll around, because it's just a supplement doesn't cut it anymore. So here's what we covered today, your rapid-fire recap. Big study, small but real signal, glucosamine users with memory issues edged quicker toward Alzheimer's. Invisible supplement habits plus siloed healthcare equal blind spots. A simple 3-step fix: map the bottles, review on a schedule, and have the risk chat. Right now, glucosamine is a yellow light. Pause, look around, decide with a pro. You're in the driver's seat. With a clear list and the right questions, you can steer joint health without sideswiping your brain. That's the show. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who swears by their joint formula. And remember, the smartest health move is the one you make on purpose. Until next time, take care of your knees and your neurons.